What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Run It Up Podcast. I'm your host, Najee Adams. I got my guy with me today, Jalaal Sandy. How you doing, bro? How your day been? How your week been since we last
What's up,
recorded?
man? Uh, it's been alright, same old shit. Different day.
Yeah. Yeah, we recorded on a Thursday this week, instead of a Wednesday, because we usually record on Wednesdays, but I had to do something yesterday. So shout out to you for being flexible. But yeah, today is a pretty normal episode, to be honest. It'll probably be a shorter episode than most. We're just gonna talk basically like the end of season recap for all the teams that lost in the divisional, and then talk over our conference championship picks. And then go over our NBA All-Star reserve. So not too much on the docket, but hopefully we could get good like 45 to an hour and keep it pushing. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode of the Run It Up Podcast. Subscribe to Run It Up Pod everywhere that pods are found. Do all the good stuff you do for other podcasts, rate and review, like, comment, all that good stuff. Find us on TikTok at the Run It Up Podcast, Instagram at Run It Up Pod. Everything's down in the description below. I'm at Najee Adams _ on Twitter. Jalal is at j.sandy45 _ on Instagram. Before we get into it, song of the week. I'll go first. My song of the week is My World by Chuckyy. It is a TikTok song, I think. I don't actually know where it came from, but like I know I heard it on TikTok. So that is what it is. It's not like any sort it's like worse than Hurricane Wisdom. Like that's the kind of bag it is. Like it's not even on the level of Hurricane Wisdom, but it is semi catchy. So like that is my song of the week. And I feel like music has really not been cooking this year so far. I did not listen to the A$AP Rocky album because I just never like A$AP Rocky music, so I didn't even go for it. But yeah,
I didn't know that he never liked his music. That's kind of crazy.
I'm not gonna
Given
say
that
never liked his music because my gamer tag is Long Live Smooth after Long Live A$AP. So like, shout out! I did used to like some of his music, but like recently, I haven't liked his music.
he hasn't really put out music. This is like the first time he's put out music in a minute.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
I listened to it. It's not bad.
Is it like what would you say 1 to 10?
Like a 6.
Okay,
6.5.
Maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I like the production. It's different, and it's kind of like I think it's got like 18 songs or something like that. There's one song in there that's just god awful that I probably never listen to again. But other than that, like it's cool. A$AP's not like he's not like a super lyrical guy. He's more like good vibes and throw a shot here or there at maybe like Travis Scott and Drake and shit.
Yeah,
and call it a day.
Yeah.
My song of the week. Ironically, also heard this on TikTok. It was this guy that I guess he trying to make it out the hood. He work at like Amazon or FedEx or something, and he was like, "Yo, run this up." So I just stumbled across the TikTok, and the song came on, and I'm thinking it's like Gunna or something, and it's him. And I was like, "Oh, this is kind of nice." It's called Andrew Luck by Oksurf. Apparently, it came out in December, but I just heard it a week ago. So, and I like it. It's a nice little song. It's got a nice little flow. He deadass sounds like Gunna though, and I was like, "That's crazy." I thought this was like AI or some shit for Gunna.
What's it called?
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck. All right, bet. Cool. For you to pick a TikTok song, that's
I'm gonna listen to that. Shut up.
Yeah.
Listen to nothing else I recommend. TikTok. Oh yeah.
Yeah, TikTok.
Brain
I'll
rot.
listen to that. My short attention span. But yeah, song of the weeks, they will be in the description down below. We can just get right on into our divisional round recap. To be honest, Buffalo, Denver, 33-30. I think we picked all the same teams, so we went 3-1. Both of us.
Yes.
Yeah, we picked all the same teams, so we went 3-1. This is our only loss. My Pookie Bear, Josh Allen, no longer in the playoffs. The discourse surrounding him has been quite toxic. I think I won't. What did you think about this game before, or not even the game, or just like the Bills season ending?
This is the way I not the exact way I envisioned it, but like I had them losing to the Jags for the exact reasons that they lost. I said that, in the past, like and people are like, "Oh, Josh Allen's only had 4 interceptions his whole playoff career." But like in the past, I remember countless times where Josh Allen would fumble the ball and they would just be lucky to get it. Sometimes the dice just roll your way. But I just always felt like the Bills were playing with fire. Like their defense was never good enough for them to take over a game. It was just like bend don't break, and a lot of times they would just end up breaking because AFC has a lot of really good offenses and teams that love to defend. Like Denver's defense is pretty damn good. They got talent on every single level of their defense. This game, honestly, like it's not all on Josh, but like he did just as much to help them win as he did for them to lose. Like the fumble before halftime was atrocious. One of the interceptions were god awful, and he missed throws. Like he missed Dawson Knox down the seam right before the end of the fourth quarter, which I'm like, that's if he makes that throw, that's the game right there. The interception to Brandon Cooks, was it a catch? I didn't think it was a catch. I thought it was just a great play by the DB. You can make. I don't think he ever really had control of the ball. But I'm not shocked that the Bills lost. Even though I picked them to win, because this is the reason. The reasons they lost are the reasons why I had them losing to the Jaguars in the first round. So credit to the Broncos for staying in the game. They kind of got ran all over. James Cook had a great game. And Josh Allen played okay. Like he wasn't god awful, like CJ Stroud level bad, but he, for the caliber of quarterback that he is, he should have been a lot better than he was.
Yeah.
Let's see. Am I forgetting? I'm trying to see if I forgot anything. No. I mean, the Broncos didn't really run the ball well, and they were still able to move the ball down the field. But Bo Nix getting hurt like literally at the end of the game, kind of tough. I didn't even nobody realized he was hurt until at the end of the game. Adam Schefter tweeted out, "Oh, Bo Nix fractured ankle, huh? What?
That's brutal."
And it was on like the second to last play of the game. But shout out to him for thugging it out and staying on the field. And you would have never known. Like I remember him looking down at his ankle after one of the plays, and I'm like, oh, like he twisted his ankle, whatever. Like he'll be straight. And now we got to watch Jarrett Stidham, which no disrespect, I just I don't really know what Jarrett Stidham looks like in an NFL game because he's never started a game. But credit to the Broncos, they played really well. They stayed in it. And also at the end, the Bills got a lot undisciplined. A lot. They had one of the pass interference calls was iffy, but the second one was on Marvin Mims was like, bro, Trey White, you just couldn't guard him. And then he decided to crash out, and they had to take him out the game because he realized, oh, I just lost this game. Yeah, you did, bro. The Bills just don't have enough. And this was like, they were never going to this year. Like, this was not the year for me to be like, oh, the Bill, like you were preaching it because, there's no Mahomes, there's no Lamar, there's no Burrow. So like from a quarterback perspective, yes. But the Bills team, I never felt like they were going to the Super Bowl. I didn't pick them to go to the Super Bowl. I didn't pick them to make it out of the wild card. So I'm not like shocked. It's just part of reality for me. Like I knew this was coming eventually. I just thought it would happen next week.
Yeah. I want to go back to that pod where we gave our like NFL season predictions. I want to say did I pick the Bengals or the Bills? I picked either Bengals or the Bills to win this Super Bowl.
I think you picked the Bills. You probably picked the Bills.
I think I picked the Bills. I know I picked Burrow for my MVP. That just didn't work. I think I picked Jamar for OPOY, but my other Pookie Bear is gonna win it, so it doesn't matter. And then I can't remember the other awards that I made. But yeah, I feel pretty much the same about the Bills that you do. Honestly, it's sad that he's not going to advance to a AFC Championship in a year without Patrick Mahomes. But I think that I saw someone post that like they don't think that Josh is going to win a Super Bowl until he beats Mahomes to get to the Super Bowl, and like that just on some like legacy shit. Like that is just what it will take for him to win, is to slay his demons and make the Super Bowl that way. So maybe that is what it'll take. I don't know. I think this Bills team is going to. Yeah.
He had to do it twice.
I think this Bills team. Yeah. This Bills team is going to look a lot different. They obviously fired Sean McDermott. I don't necessarily know that was the right move. I think you can fire McDermott, but I think you also have to fire Brandon Beane. Like, to let
Yeah,
Brandon Beane keep his
that
job is
was.
crazy to me.
I agree.
Because, like,
Because
I don't know
Brandon, because
what good
that's
player.
that era. That's the era of
Yeah,
like,
like,
how are you bringing in a new coach under the same regime, and they're gonna try to run shit like how they ran it with Sean McDermott? That's just not gonna work. Like, usually teams bring in a GM and a coach at the same time so that they get them out of there at the same time. But yeah, that was weird. That was weird. And the Bills, I'll let you finish, but the Bills ownership, Terry Pagula, bro. Oh god, I get to it when you're done.
yeah, I mean,
Because I
he's
feel
just
like the
throwing
Bills
Keon
are a
Coleman
mess
under
right
the
now.
bus. Yeah,
Well, I feel like he
yeah,
threw.
he's
I feel like
throwing.
he threw Sean McDermott under the bus after they fired him, talking about, oh, that was the
Yeah,
coach's decision. And then so basically you throw in your second year wide receiver who was in the doghouse most of the year under the bus at the end of the season. He's still on the team, by the way, and you blame it on the coach that's no longer there. Like, Brandon Beane
yeah.
drafted him, regardless of how you feel about it. You drafted him.
Yeah, and he's like saying, and like, if you're gonna try and trade him, like, there's no worse thing you can say, because like now his trade value is in the gutter. Because who's gonna trade for him
Yeah,
when they know you don't want him? Like,
yeah, we
okay,
don't want him.
sure, I'll give you a seventh. Like,
Give him a
he's
seventh.
gonna have to
Yeah.
leave your roster one way or another, buddy. So that means you're gonna flip a first to a seventh. Like, that's horrible. Yeah, bro. I think this is gonna look different. I think Brandon Beane should have got fired. They've drafted pretty much no impact players outside of Josh Allen and James Cook. And that is just what it is.
I think Maxwell Harrison is a good player.
Maybe. I mean, he was hurt for most of the year, and maybe we'll see. But
And
like
I like Christian Benford
Deion
too.
Dawkins
Christian
is good.
Benford is
Christian
solid.
Benford is fine. But like, there's been so much more bad than good when it comes to Brandon Beane and his roster decisions. Like, for you to sit here and tell me that you shouldn't have traded for Jalen Waddle, and I said this when it happened, that's fucking insane that you didn't trade for Jalen Waddle. Like, you should have gave up the 26 first and kept your 27 first. And now you're just probably not going to get him because this new coach, Jeff Hafley, is probably going to want to keep his good players. So like, you're just not going to get Jalen Waddle. Maybe you can get AJ Brown. But that probably looks great, you know. I like AJ Brown and Josh Allen. He's dealt with a diva wide receiver before, and shit was cool for about 2-3 years until it wasn't anymore. But like, I think he'll be able to rock with AJ Brown. At the end of the day, like, Josh didn't play well enough. You know, like 4 turnovers, 3 fumbles, 2 lost fumbles, 2 picks. He didn't even throw over 300 yards, 64% completion percentage, 3 sacks. Like, if you're telling me you're the best quarterback on the planet, like, I need you to make best quarterback on the planet plays. And that shot to Dawson Knox is a best quarterback on the planet play. Like, that is we are going to win this game because we have me at quarterback. And that didn't happen because he didn't make the play. And that just is what it is. Like, that sucks for Josh. I don't think he was totally healthy. And I want to see him win a Super Bowl very badly. Obviously, not this year because I want someone else to win a Super Bowl more. So I'm not really hurt. But like, if it ever comes a year where the Seahawks are down again, then I will be rooting for Josh Allen to get his bowl. Yeah. Was there anything else you wanted to say about the Bills?
I think as an organization, there's a lack of accountability. Like, in the press conference, like, even though he's not no longer their coach, he came out in the press conference and was like, "Oh, I don't care what the league says. Like, that was a catch. I don't know how you can say that wasn't a catch." Instead of like basically saying they could have played better, he put all the onus on them losing on the fact that on that one play, and it's like, y'all turned the ball over 5 times. How does it come down to one play at the? I mean, yes, it came down to one play at the end because of all the other mistakes you made leading up to that. But if your quarterback doesn't commit 4 turnovers or 3 turnovers before that, and your running back doesn't fumble, 2 guys that who you paid top of the market money to be superstars, you probably win this game. So I just think from an organizational standpoint, they made a lot of excuses as to why they're not as good as they should be. And the last 2 years they just haven't drafted that well. That's just the reality of it. Like, Dalton Kincaid is just not not what he was expected to be. He's supposed to be like this, not generational, but like a really solid contributor, and he's so inconsistent that sometimes it feels like he's not even out there.
Yeah, I like Kincaid too. Like, I think Kincaid is probably their best offensive weapon outside of James Cook right now. I guess him and Khalil Shakir, but like, I just think they need more. I think they need more.
Not
Like, you
enough.
can't look at me. You can't look at 5'10" Khalil Shakir and say, "Hey, be my wide receiver one," when he doesn't have any special traits. Like, Tyreek Hill is a shorter guy, but like in his prime, he was the fastest player in the league. Like, Khalil Shakir does not have any special traits, so to make him your wide receiver one is insane to me. Um, Keon Coleman, you thought he was going to be your wide receiver one when in college he was a contested catch merchant. Like, that's just he's never been able to create separation like that. I don't think it was a good pick when they made it. Like, I didn't think it was a good pick then. I don't think it's a good pick now. I don't think he's a good player. So like they would have been better off with Troy Franklin. Troy Franklin. I love Troy Franklin coming out of the draft. He was my wide receiver 4. I think I had Marv, which I got fucking group thinked into because I thought Neighbors was better than him. But I ranked it Marv, Neighbors, Rome, Troy Franklin. And like, I personally think Troy Franklin would be way better on the Bills than Keon Coleman. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Troy Franklin. He's in the AFC chip game. So let's go. And the other AFC game is Texans, Patriots. This was like a ass whooping that didn't really feel like it felt like an ass whooping, but like the score
It wasn't really an ass whooping to me.
It felt like an ass whooping for the Texans, like for the Texans
get to the ass whooping.
It felt like an ass whooping. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that ass whooping. But it felt like a ass whooping for the Texans offense. Cause like CJ turned the ball over 5 times. 4 or was it 5 times? I think he fumbled 5 times in
he fumbled 5 times in the Steelers
wild card game.
4 interceptions in the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I was just curious, what are your thoughts on what the Texans do this summer? CJ Stroud, he's due for an extension. Do they give him the extension? Is he the guy? I don't know. Talk to me.
Oh, man, CJ. He's fallen so far from grace.
Far, bro.
It's tough to watch. Like, all right, I'll be fair to him. Like, he was bad. He was god awful, and he's been bad both playoff games. He was not good versus the Steelers, and he was even worse against the Patriots. I'll give him a little bit of grace because Nico Collins was not playing, and then Dalton Schultz went out with an injury, so that's your top 2 receiving options right there. Now you got 2 rookies out there with Christian Kirk and Xavier Hutchinson. And O-line is already not great. They can't run the ball. I was screaming at the TV, stop running the ball. Like, you handed the ball off to Woody Marks 15 times. There was a point that his name popped up on the screen, and that shit said 8 carries for 7 yards. I said, bro, stop giving Woody Marks the ball. Stop running the ball. Like, Nick Chubb ain't going to do it either. So, like, they had no run game. They couldn't get anything consistently because CJ is basically shook in the pocket. Like, he's so scared that he's gonna get hit that he just started making dumb decisions. Like the interception where he scrambles out and he should have just threw the ball in the dirt. He kind of tried to make something out of nothing, ends up being an interception. Honestly, all of them were bad. Like, there wasn't anyone I'm like, oh my god, that was a great play. Well, not actually. The Carlton Davis interception was OD. That one was he got his knee in right before he got out of bounds. But even that throw was bad. Just the play was better. But yeah, CJ, like, he's like bottom 10 quarterbacks right now in the league,
easily.
Like, for sure. Easily. And I think it is sad because like all CJ had to do was just not make mistakes because the defense basically put them in great position for 3/4 of the game to have opportunities to score. Will Anderson had a great game. I believe he had 2 sacks and a forced fumble. Danielle Hunter also had a great game. Jalen Petrie had a great game. And I think at a certain point, like, your defense, no matter how great your defense is, and this defense was the best in the league all year, statistically, at some point your defense cannot hold up that long. Like they were holding up for 3.5 quarters, and eventually like you break because you can't. It's very rare. Like nobody's the 2000 Ravens, the 85 Bears. Like you rarely ever see defenses that hold up that long, and the offense is just not efficient. It's not effective. They couldn't get anything going consistently. And then on the Patriots side, I didn't even think Drake May played that well. He fumbled 3 times or 4 times, however many times he fumbled. He lost 2 of them, but he made throws when they needed to be made. Like the throw to Stephon Diggs was incredible. I don't know how Stephon Diggs caught that, but hey, when they catch it, it looks better. And then the throw to Kayshon Boutte up the sideline or over an all-pro corner, a first-team all-pro corner. The throw couldn't be any better. He put it only where Boutte could get it. Sounds crazy, but that's his name. That's his fucking name. And the Patriots defense was really good in this game. Like they put a lot of pressure on CJ and forced as many turnovers as you could ask for, including a pick 6. Yeah, I mean, they're right now in great position to go to the Super Bowl. They're the favorites going into this weekend. But I want to see more out of Drake May. I just feel like he didn't play. He made plays when they needed to be made, but I feel like he has not put together a complete game to like a superstar level game to where like you're an MVP candidate. I'm trying to see why you're an MVP candidate. He's been inconsistent. It's been some shades of last year, like the mistakes he was making last year, and then some this year. Like he leads the league in fumbles amongst quarterbacks. So and the Texans knew that. That's why every time they came around the edge, they were swiping at his wrist, swiping at the ball. But I mean, altogether, they played a great game, like as a team. Ramondre Stevenson had a good game. Stephon Diggs had a good game. Boutte made a great catch, and defense made plays when they needed to be made. That was the difference right there. Like it didn't seem to me like the Texans were so far off from the Patriots. It just felt like the difference at QB was the reason why the Patriots won.
Yeah, I mean, when you turn the ball over that many times, like you're just giving the other team such like an advantage and so many more opportunities to make you pay for it. Like you're just getting way more like cracks at the bites of the apple than the other team. So like I think that CJ, I don't know, to Drake May, I think that he had a fine game. Like I don't think he's been great in I don't think he was great in the Pittsburgh game. I don't think he was, I mean, not the Pittsburgh. I don't think he was great in the Chargers game. I don't think he was great in this game. And I guess we'll see how good he is versus Denver. But like I will say, if he does make the Super Bowl, he will have had to play the Chargers, who are a top 10 defense, the Texans, who are a top 2 defense, the Broncos, who are a top 3 defense, and the Seahawks, maybe, who are the best defense in the league. So like he like if he makes that run and somehow wins the Super Bowl, like that's a hell of a run for it's not like he was playing shitters. Like at QB, maybe his like opposing QBs weren't the greatest. Obviously, Herbert wasn't great. Stroud wasn't great. Jared Stidham isn't great. And then if he plays Stafford, no complaints. If he plays Darnold, he doesn't have the greatest record. So like the QB battle, Drake May is winning all of them, but defense wise, like he's going up against some good fucking defensive units and he's winning the game. And so like I do give him credit there. In terms of CJ, man, I don't know, bro. CJ was so good year 1, and I think that it's tough to get like you only setting the bar that high year 1. You just start to like expect the greatness from these guys year after year after year, and like he's had now pretty much 2 down years, which is tough. Granted, like Nico Collins wasn't in this game. Nico Collins missed a little bit of this season. Tank Dell missed the entire season pretty much. And so like CJ has been at his best with Tank Dell, to be honest. Not that I'm saying like Tank Dell is the end all be all guy for CJ to be good, but like I do think that he gives him some comfort that he did not have this year. Which is why they drafted a guy like Jalen Noel to try and replicate that, and it just didn't work. And so like I think that moving forward, this defense is a special defense. But these guys are going to start having to get paid. Like Kamari Lassiter is going to have to get paid. Will Anderson is going to break the fucking market. Like he's going to get the bag.
Whatever Michael Parsons just got paid, he's going to get probably 50% or 50% added on to that.
Yeah,
Like
like he's
he's that
gonna
type of
break
player.
the market. I think Derek Stingley already got paid. Like, so
Yeah, he
but
did.
they're gonna have to pay Jalen Petrie. Like, they have a bunch of good. Daniil Hunter is gonna be up for an extension again. Like, they have mad people to pay, so they're not gonna be able to keep this defense together forever. So you do, and CJ's about to cost a fuck ton of money if you extend him. So like, you gotta make a run soon. Like, your window is closing, and your window wasn't even that open to begin with. But like, your window to like take advantage of a quarterback on a smaller contract is absolutely slamming shut. And your run game is horrible. You got to figure out the run game because Joe
They
Mixon
thought
ain't
Joe
coming back.
Mixon. Yeah, I'm saying they thought Joe Mixon was the answer, bro. I don't know how they thought that, and then they traded away Laramie Tunsil, and now their O line is like makeshift. Like they've got maybe two good O linemen, and the rest just get ran over. It's
Yeah.
crazy and CJ's got to get rid of the bulk. But I think on the CJ side of things, bro, I think his rookie year he was failing himself a little bit. Like, you have a year like that, and people start putting you in these conversations. CJ Stroud was in top 10 quarterback conversations after his rookie year. And you see him, the now infamous video of him talking to Caleb Williams, which
You go
people
hell of a player.
yeah, like try to like little bro him like as if he was a veteran. And he was on podcasts with Michael Parsons, and he was confident in himself, but I think it got to his head a little bit as to where he I guess he felt like not that he didn't have to work on his game, but he felt like he had it all figured out, and that's just never the case. Like, I look at RG3, he didn't have it figured out after his rookie year. It took Andrew Luck, even though he won Rookie of the Year his first year, it took him a little bit to get to who Andrew Luck truly was. And the thing with CJ was like his ceiling was never like generational, but his floor was so high. But if that floor is not where people expect it to be, then I don't know how good of a quarterback he's gonna be. Like, he never had the Mahomes, Josh Allen, Burrow, and even like Caleb Williams. Like, we talk, Caleb Williams' ceiling is through the roof. CJ Stroud was never that caliber of a prospect or a player like going forward. So I'm not sure where I'd put him right now in terms of quarterbacks, but it's got to be in the bottom 10. I don't want to say bottom 5, but like it's not good, bro. It's not good.
No, it's not good. Would you rather CJ Stroud or Tua?
Tua, but
Yeah,
Tua, like,
like
his
we're in
ass,
Tua
bro.
conversations.
I would take CJ over Tua, but like they're
Tua,
both
CJ or Kyler?
Man,
I would
Kyler
take
also
Kyler. Personally,
sucks.
I would take Kyler.
Kyler can't see.
I would take Kyler. He's not giving
Can't
me
see
4
the
picks
middle
in
of
a
the
playoff
field.
game.
He might give you
Not
2.
giving me 4 picks.
He might throw 2.
Hey, that's 2 less. If CJ only threw
Oh,
2, they
man.
might have won the game.
That's true. That's true. If he don't throw the pick 6, they might have won that game.
Yeah. The Texans really only gave up the boot. I was gonna say they gave up the booty. The Texans really only gave up the Kayshawn Booty touchdown, and then they gave up the Stephon Diggs
No, they
touchdown.
gave up 3
it.
touchdowns. They gave up 3.
They gave up the Diggs one. They gave up the
because Pop Douglas scored in the first quarter.
the Pop Douglas one. Yes. That
But
was
they
the first touchdown of the game.
They scored what, 18?
Yeah, and the Texans scored
So
16.
no, that's what I mean. Okay, so the Texans scored 16. So the Patriots would have had what, 21, maybe 24.
21, yeah, maybe 24. But like,
So they would
take
have
away
been
2. If you take away 2 possessions, though, like if CJ throws 2 picks and they don't get those extra 2 possessions from the other 2, like, we got a close.
That's my
game.
thing. They were still in the game midway through the fourth quarter. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Would you take Bryce Young over him? I would. Right now, I would.
I'd take who?
Bryce Young.
I think I would. I think I
would
would
right
take
now.
Bryce. I think I would take Bryce. I think I would take Bryce over CJ, which is tough because after year one, that looked like a blowout. People were shitting on the Panthers, like, "Oh my god, you guys got fleeced!" Because they traded for that was the Caleb trade, not the Caleb trade, but they traded for the Bears. Like they traded the
pick
Bears,
that
right?
ended up being Caleb.
Yeah. And so they got. I mean, that's a brutal one. I mean, they still fleeced the Panthers, but like, yeah, I would rather have Bryce. When it comes to paying CJ, I know people are like, you can't give him the extension. But it's like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have him play out the last. He's gonna play out his contract in Houston, and then what? Hit the market? No, they're gonna pay him. Like the Texans don't. They're going to pay him. Like they're not gonna. There is no savior coming down unless they get a good pick in 27. And they have some sort of epiphany of like, all right, cool. We got the third pick. We might get us a Dante Moore or an Arch well, Riola's not going to start next year, but like, who's the other, my guy, what's his name, bro, from, oh my God, I'm blanking on it. It's
Sam
Levitt from fucking LSU, but there's someone else I'm forgetting that's coming out next year. Whatever, unless you, it's not Arch. No, I'm trying to I have the graphic in my head, but I can't think of the name. I'm trying to think of the school. I can't think of the school either. Oh my God. Well, I'm not even gonna try to keep thinking of it, but if I think of it as we're going forward, I'll say who it was. But yeah, if you find a good QB in 27, then Jaden Maeva from USC. That's who it is. He's nice. Yeah. People don't know who he is, but he's nice.
He's supposed to be really good.
And so yeah, if you get one of those guys, you feel like that's your franchise guy, then you can move on from CJ. But until that's guaranteed, you're gonna pay him. So I don't even understand the discourse. Moving on to, we can go through this one quick. Seahawks Rams. I told you we were going to end their season, and what did we do? We ended their fucking season. Bad ass whooping.
I don't think anyone doubted that y'all were going to end their season.
We didn't even have to score. We didn't have to score a single point on offense, and we would have beat them. The Rashid Shaheed touchdown alone would have been enough to beat these bums. And so all I'm saying is, if you're a 49ers fan, you've got to be in hell because you're the third best team in the division, and you're gonna stay that because all your stars are old as fuck, and our coach owns your coach, so you can't really do shit. Versus, like it just is what it is. Like Kyle Shanahan is not making shit shake on Mike McDonald. He just is not doing it. 6 points in this game. We played you in week 18. What'd you have? 3. You scored a total of 9 points over the last 2 games that we played. Get the fuck on. And that just is what it is. If Kyle Shanahan is not playing with the lead, it's fucking ass. And so you're not going to be playing with the lead versus us. And guess what? Like I said, CMC, good luck. He's not going to be here 2 years from now. Kittle, I'm not going to make fun of the Achilles, but torn Achilles at his age as a tight end, that's tough. Nick Bosa, he's getting up there. Your players are old, and that just is what it is. And our players are young, and the Rams players are young, and the Cardinals, I don't know what the fuck they're going to be, but you're going to be in dumpster dives with them for the 3 and 4 in the division for the rest of the decade because us and the Rams are going to dog walk you for 2 games a year every year. And that's all I have to say about the Niners. The trash, shitty fucking 49ers. Enjoy Cancun. Woo!
I'm not a fan of the Niners either. I got up to the Bills Broncos game had just finished. I got up to go get a snack or maybe use the bathroom. I don't know. I came back and I forgot who it was commentating, but the crowd going crazy. I'm like, what happened? And I'm like, Rashid Shaheed. I'm like, nah, no way. No way they scored in 13 seconds. There's no way. But like 49ers just never had enough. They don't have enough on defense. They never had enough on offense because Ricky Pearsall didn't play a whole year damn near. Brandon Ayuk didn't play at all. George Kittle torn Achilles.
He will never play for them again.
Brandon Ayuk is no longer a 49er. George Kittle may never play football again. And Brock Purdy was in and out all year. And they put the offense on the back of Christian McCaffrey, which shout out to him, offensive player of the year candidate, and he had a great season. But like it's just not enough. They didn't have the pieces on defense to do anything. Nick Bosa and Fred Warner did not play. and they lost some guys in free agency. So like they got Michael Williams and Fred Warner next year, and you got Nick Bosa coming back, and Mustafa. Those are like that's about it on defense. Like they really gotta. It is not to say like that they're cooked for the next 5 years. They might be cooked next year in general, but I think like if they were able to move around some contracts, some people retire or move on, or they cut some people, move some money around, or give away like the guarantee or drop the guaranteed money, like they'll be all right. But next year, yeah, they're cooked. I don't have much to say about it. Like it was kind of. I don't think anybody was shocked that I didn't expect it to be built like that. I thought it would be like a 28-14, 28-10, which is still kind of built, but 41-6 is crazy.
Yeah. I was at
for the Seahawks. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Daniel and Hunter were at my crib and they bet 49ers money line. So as soon as Rashid Shaheed ran it back, I was popping it. I was like, cash out. Wait, get your cents back, because this game is fucking over. And they let it go. They lost their fucking money. It was immaculate. I'm so happy. But yeah, what were we gonna say?
Yeah, you're listening to this. Y'all are both idiots, both of y'all. They did it to spite you, which I respect, but some fucking idiots. I don't have much to say. Like on the Seahawks side, Kenneth Walker was fucking amazing. They lost Zach Charbonnet, unfortunately, to torn ACL, so we'll see how that affects them on Sunday. But Kenneth Walker was out there looking like Adrian Peterson, and Sam Darnold again didn't have to do much. Like he threw a great pass to JSN for a touchdown. I think after the JSN touchdown, I think I turned it off, and I just watched whatever I didn't watch. I watched the highlights of, because I'm like, this game is over. The game was over.
Ken Walker. It was just the Ken Walker show after that.
I actually turned it off at halftime. I saw one of his touchdowns. I didn't see the other two. Yeah, I mean, Seahawks were a better team. I have my Super Bowl was Seahawks Patriots, so didn't shock me at all. Sam Darnold did his job. Good job, buddy. And now the real test is here.
Yeah, it was always gonna end here. It was always gonna come back to this game.
This is always what it was supposed to be anyway.
Yeah. And then I'll let you go first on Rams Bears.
My hate watch.
Your arch nemesis almost pulled it out his ass more time.
You know what, bro? You know what, man?
He almost did it one last time.
You know what's crazy? I've never first of all, I said last week the 4th and 8 throw was fucking that's the best throw of the year. And then somehow this nut job topped it the very next week. I mean, well, let me start with the Rams. Apparently, when teams go to Chicago, the best play callers in the world go to Chicago and they just forget how to call plays. They forget how football works. Because the Rams stopped running the ball. They stopped throwing the ball to Puka. Devontae Adams had 2 targets in the first half. I'm like, yo, what is going on? And Grant, I'll give credit to the Bears. Like, Dennis Allen had a great game plan. Hey, pressure Matthew Stafford. He's old. He doesn't want to move. And it worked. Get the ball out, or try to get the ball out quick. And honestly, the Rams got a little lucky. Like, they had a few plays where, like, Matthew Stafford fumbled. They were able to fall on it. There were a couple balls that he threw that could have been intercepted that weren't. And the thing with the Bears, like, you keep giving them opportunities. Eventually, they're gonna make some shit shake. And honestly, I was like, the black magic is over. It's done. It was. I don't even know what it was. 4th or 3rd and whatever. And I see Caleb Williams do a complete 180. I'm like, what is he doing? It looked like somebody was playing Madden. That looked like somebody was playing Madden. Just ran straight back 20, 30 yards. And I just see him fling it up. I'm like, he had to throw it away. And I see Cole Kmet come in. As a grown man, I've never gasped like that. Not since I was a kid. Like, I was like, and
no, I also gasped when I saw him throw it. I was like, "There's just no
Destiny
way,
said
bro."
next to me, like, did he catch that? I was like, so that play in general was like, okay, so they're just destined to go, like they're going to the fucking Super Bowl because clearly, um, they're just like God's favorite team. God's a Bears fan. I had no idea that he was, but we found out this year.
Yeah, very clear, very clear.
But I think over like the Bears just were not the better team, and the Rams. Honestly, the Rams should have lost this game. They did. I don't think they played the better game, but I just think they were the better team. Like in overtime, you run a toss to Blake Corum on third and short. When I mean, if you're gonna run the ball, first of all, why not use Kyron Williams? Second of all, you're not gonna drop a play for Puka Nacua, the best, maybe the best damn player in the league right now, or the best offensive player in the league right now. I was like mind blown. I'm like, bro, what is going? Sean McVay. I hate to talk about the Packers when they're eliminated, but like I watched Green Bay run up and down the field on this same defense. And you telling me the great Sean McVay is sitting here pissing down his leg? Are you kidding me? With the perennial MVP and damn near best receiver in the league, and Devontae Adams and Kyron Williams, all this fucking talent. And they're sitting here just shit in the bed. Bed just got shit all in it. It's crazy, right? So when they do that, I'm like, yo, they're gonna lose this game. The Bears get the ball back, and I'm like,
yeah,
you know,
Caleb said bed just got shit all in it.
So the Bears get the ball back, and I'm like, all right. And you texting, you're like, he's gonna sell. Caleb's gonna sell. He's gonna sell. I'm like, brother, I done seen this movie before. I didn't seen it twice already. The game is over, and Caleb gets the first down. That first down on the little QB sneak, he ran to the left side, and he takes like deep breaths. So you can see he's feeling himself. I'm like, he about to do something he's not supposed to do. He throws a hero ball, and I'm like, oh well, fuck them. Bears lose, and all in all, the Rams to me second best team in the NFC. Could very well end up in the Super Bowl next week or in a couple weeks, but they played with fire. They really did. Especially on the road like that, in that environment. To me, against a team that really had nothing to lose, like the Bears at this point are playing with house money. Even though they're playing at home, what pressure do they have? They came in with no expectations, and every time they win, it's just another surprise. Like, oh my god, can we do it again? Can we do it again? And especially within the fashion that they were winning. And as much as I hate to say this, like the future's pretty bright in Chicago, as long as they have Ben Johnson, and let me say this: Ben Johnson is a fucking offensive genius. Like, he knows how to call plays. He knows how to sequence them up. He knows when and why he's doing what he's doing. The biggest thing is Caleb Williams being consistent play to play. That's his biggest issue. Like, we see the ceiling on the last 2 weeks with these amazing throws that maybe 4 or 5 people in NFL history can make. And then we see the next play that, he's sailing the ball past DJ Moore, or he's, throwing the missing guys in the flat, like missing easy throws. And that's just his mechanic. Like he said, it's his mechanics, his footwork, and it's something he's got to work on. If Caleb is the guy that he was drafted to be, he will come back next year even better than he was this year. And honestly, that's a scary thing for the division. They already playing a division where the Lions ain't really going nowhere. The Packers will be back, and the Vikings are just annoying. Like, Brian Flores came back, and I'd suck my teeth because I'm like, damn, really don't want Brian Flores calling defenses in my division. But like, it is no guarantee that I think the Bears will have some regression next year unless they trade for Max Crosby or they make some big trade in the offseason. They're due for some regression.
I mean, DJ Moore is gone, so we'll see what they get back for him.
I looked up some like articles to see like how people around the locker room value DJ Moore. They said like he brought the toughness to the wide receiver group, and he was the leader of the group, the veteran of the group. So maybe not. But they should trade him because I mean they've got Luther Burden and Colston Loveland is the number one receiving option on this team now. I think that's
between
the clearest thing.
Yeah, Loveland, Burden, and Rome, like you should be fine. We don't need DJ.
Yeah. They don't necessarily need DJ Moore. But the future is bright for the Bears, but I also think they will have some regression next year. And maybe they have a different approach next year. Like they won't have the same defensive coordinator. Sounds like Al Harris is gonna get hired somewhere. And who knows? Like DeAndre Swift is a free agent. They may trade DJ Moore. So we'll see. I don't have much to say about the Rams. I just, teams that are still in it, we'll talk about later. But for the Bears, future's bright. I just hope they don't expect to go into next year doing the same shit that they did this year because it's not going to work. In terms of like hoping for a miracle every game.
Yeah, for me, I'll talk about the Rams when we talk Seattle Rams, which is next. I think the Bears, hell of a season for the Bears. No one thought that they would make the divisional, to be honest. Like, I didn't think that they would win the division. They were the 2 seed in the NFC. Like, that's a hell of a year. Caleb Williams still has not thrown for 4,000 yards, so we'll see if he can get there next year. I do think that there will be changes made in the offseason, but, like, the fastest way to a rebuild is to find your quarterback and to find your coach, and they have found both. And so, like, I think those are the two hardest things. They have checked both of them off, and the rest should be much easier from here. Because at the bare minimum, if you have a good head coach, you can win games you're not supposed to win. And if you have a good quarterback, you can win games you're not supposed to win. If you have both, you're a threat to win the Super Bowl. Like, you're damn near a contender. And so not many teams can say that they have both. I think if I look at like the teams in the playoffs, like the Bills don't have both. The Jags may have both. The Chargers, I don't know if the Chargers have both.
I don't know if they have both.
The Pats, I think, have both. The Texans do not have both. The Steelers have neither. The Bills don't have both. The Broncos may have both, but I'm still not a Bo Nix believer.
He played really well on Sunday.
He did play well. He be moving me, and then he do be like whenever I feel like they not supposed to win these games, he be making shit shake.
And then the games they supposed to win, he doesn't show up. That's exactly what happened.
The Packers, I think, have both. As much as Packers fans want to get LaFleur to fuck up out of there, I think that
they're so mad. I'm like, yo, calm down. It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be much worse.
It could be a lot worse. But my thing is, like, to your point, I think there's 3 teams in that division that have both. Like, I don't know if the Lions will ever get to the Super Bowl, but like Dan Campbell and Jared Goff is a proven combination that has worked in the past. Jared Goff is a very solid quarterback, and Dan Campbell is a good coach.
And the Vikings got one. Coach. The Vikings just need the other one. You
just need a quarterback. Yeah, the Vikings are like a quarterback away. We'll see what happens. So, they had a great year.
And then I guess we can get to our conference championship picks. Just like how we did before, we'll go through it quick for the TikTok, and then we'll go back to it. So, conference championships, the AFC championship, starting there. We have the Patriots going on the road to going on the road to Denver to play Jarrett Stidham and the Broncos. No Bo Nix. I am rocking with the New England Patriots. For me, I'm sorry. Like, I just fail to believe that Jarrett Stidham is going to lead the Broncos to the Super Bowl. I just don't believe it. Like, Drake May, he hasn't played well against the Chargers or the Texans, and now he has to see the Broncos. But I will say that he's won those games, and he's made some fucking amazing throws in those games. Chargers, top 10 defense, beat them. Houston, top 3 defense, beat them. Now he plays the Broncos. He might end up playing the Seahawks. Whatever it goes, I'm going to take Drake May and Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year, to go to the Super Bowl in year 2. Year 1 for Vrabel. Tough. Who you got?
Mike Vrabel's your Coach of the Year?
He is my Coach of the Year.
Tough. It's Ben Johnson, but that was cute.
Anyway, definitely, but they won 4 games.
I'm pretty sure the Bears won 5 last year.
But the Bears have talent. Like, we thought that Ben Johnson and the Bears would be like, they should make the playoffs, maybe. The Patriots
nobody had them making the playoffs, bro.
To win the division? The Patriots beat Josh Allen in them? With Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte?
Their defense is really good. The Bears have a shit
Yeah,
defense and still won 11 games.
I think it's Ben Johnson, Shanahan, Vrabel, and Mike McDonald. It should be us. I'm not gonna lie, it should be us. Because the way people talk about us in the preseason, it was they the worst team in the division. The Cardinals gonna be better than them.
Nobody.
And
said
then
that.
what? Now we're in the fucking
Nobody
NFC.
said-
Oh my
Nobody
god,
said that.
we had worse odds. We had worse odds in the Cardinals to win the division. But regardless, he's not going to win it because the Patriots are even worse than us. So I think that Vrabel is my coach of the year. I do, but I respect the Ben Johnson take.
It's gonna be Ben Johnson. But I'm also taking the Patriots. Like you said, I have a hard time putting my faith in the Jarrett Stidham. And I do want to see Drake May play better. Like this is gonna be another test for him. And he has not played up to his standard. You know, he's in the MVP conversation this year. So I think it'd be pivotal for him to play well on the road, to go to the Super Bowl and be the first time the Patriots are in the Super Bowl since 2018, I think. I would say for the Broncos, there is a path for them to win this game. Like if Jarrett Stidham can get by being a game manager and the Broncos defense makes some plays, which other defenses have been able to. Drake May has turned the ball over multiple times in each game. So, I mean, if they find a way to force some turnovers and maybe turn those turnovers into easy points, the Broncos could win this game. But I just don't see it because I've never seen Jarrett Stidham play football.
That's fair. Moving to the NFC Championship game, Seahawks, Rams, in Seattle and Lumen Field. For me, there's no question which way I'm going. Win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna enjoy this game. No, because listen, bro, I didn't think we were gonna get here. 2 years ago, we hired Mike McDonald. I saw the vision, but I didn't know the vision would come this quick. And I'm gonna enjoy this game, bro. I do think that it was always supposed to end here. I think these are the two best teams in the NFL, the two best teams in NFC for sure. I know a lot of people are like, well, the last time Matt Stafford played the Seahawks, he went for 400 or 500 yards. Well, people do not like to talk about the first time he played the Seahawks when he had like 150 passing yards and they barely won. And it took 4 Sam Darnold picks for them to beat us by like 3. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Mike McDonald and the Seahawks. I do not care about Devontae Adams. They're like, oh, well, they didn't have Devontae Adams in the game the Seahawks won. They did have Devontae Adams in the first game. And guess what his stats were? 1 catch for 1 yard on 8 targets. I'm not fucking worried about Devontae Adams. So as long as Puka Nacua doesn't destroy us, I feel pretty good about it, to be honest. And Sam Darnold, make a statement, brother. Make a fucking statement. No 2018 quarterback has made the Super Bowl. You can be the first, and he will be. I'm going to Seahawks.
I got to stick to my Super Bowl pick, so I'm also taking the Seahawks. But like, part of me does want to see Devontae Adams play in the Super Bowl because I feel like, you know, the Packer in me would like to see Devontae win a ring. But I just think the Seahawks are a better team. These are the two best teams in the NFL, no mistake about it. And the Seahawks defense is truly, like, to me, like the Texans are they're different animals, but like when the Seahawks are playing at home with that defense, I can't pick against them. And it's a tough environment. The crowd is crazy. The weather can sometimes get crazy. The defense is moving. Everybody's on the same page, and they play in a way where they don't really give up big plays like that. And it's, you know, this will be an interesting game because I think people will think it's going to be a back and forth shootout. It's hard to beat a team twice in the same season, so I'm interested to see like how this game differs from the first two. Like it almost seems like both games were at the opposite sides of a spectrum, where the first game was just a dog fight and the second one was a shootout, comeback, miracle. So I think this will be somewhere in the middle, but I think ultimately the Seahawks come out on top and ruin the Rams' beautiful season, unfortunately.
Yeah, bro. I think that this is gonna be like this. I wouldn't have been like I think had we lost last week, I would have been disappointed, but I could have been like, maybe it just wasn't our year. But like now at this point, I'm like we got, like, I need it. Like I need the Super Bowl. Like I need it. Like it's been 11 years since I sat there and watched fucking Malcolm Butler pick us off at the 1 yard
11
line.
years. Wow.
And I
people
thought,
sitting
like,
here listening, like, brother, 11 years.
I know
there's somebody that
people,
hasn't seen their team in the Super Bowl ever.
That's true. But I feel bad for them, but it's not like I don't feel like a bandwagon. Like I don't feel like I'm like a Pats fan or like who's a bandwagon like football team. Like I don't even know. Like the Bears are kind of. I don't think the Bears are that
Nah, the
bandwagony.
Bears are becoming that.
The
People like
Pats
care
feel
about them.
bandwagony. I don't know. Like they've seen like insane success. Like for us, our first Super Bowl ever was in 2013. Like our first Super Bowl win. So like it's only been that one. And then 2014, we went to the chip, got Malcolm Butlered, and then we thought we were on the verge of a dynasty. We're gonna be back. Never sniffed it again. And now we are back. So I need this. I need this. Sam Darnold, brother. I don't know if
How
you
would you
see.
feel if it was Seahawks Broncos again and Jarrett Stidham did y'all in?
I mean, that would break everything that I knew about this. I mean, I want the pass because I want to spin. Like, I want us to get that loss back. Like, I need that loss
Oh
back. I
yeah.
want the
Oh
pass
yeah.
and I want to avenge it. And so I need that. I don't know if you've seen the Seahawks video, but where like Mike McDonald said when he first got hired in his first meeting, he's like, NFC Championship 9 months from now. Granted, it was like 21 months from now because it was the last year, but he was like 9 months from now. 36 degrees in Lumen. We're the home team. It's shitty for them. It's just right for us. I'm like, oh my God, this nigga's my coach. This nigga is my coach, boy. And so, yeah, I love Mike McDonald. I love the Seahawks. If they win the chip, this is my favorite Seahawks team ever. I love my Russ and Sherman, Cam and Earl and Michael Bennett and Cliff Averill and Doug and Jermaine Kearse and Ricardo Lockett and Marshawn and all of that. But this has been, if they win this chip, this would be my favorite Seahawks team ever.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know if I picked them to win the chip. I don't remember who I picked. I probably did pick them to win the chip. I just think like the winner of this game should win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah. Matt Stafford looking at a first ballot Hall of Fame. If he get to this shit, Sam Darnold looking at a beautiful redemption story. If he get to it, like it's a lot on the line for both people.
Jarrett Stidham looking at a Nick Foles if he get to it.
Yeah. Drake May looking at a Tom Brady arc if he get to it. Like there's a lot on the line. So we'll see. But yeah, so our Super Bowl, we have the same Super Bowl matchup. Patriots, Seahawks, what is that? Super Bowl 49? I don't even remember what number it was, but rematch of 2014 Super Bowl. And
I had the flu. Yeah, that's all I remember.
And we show. Yeah. Yeah, I slumped down onto the floor when he threw it. Yeah, that is all I got. We can go to, and we were worried that this wasn't going to be enough time. It's 58 minutes. We can go to NBA All-Star reserves. We already have the starters. It was pretty much a lock, and I feel like I had much trouble picking the reserves, to be honest.
I had trouble.
So if we want to start with the Eastern reserves, who you got?
Yeah, let's get through the East. The East. I think there's about 5 locks in the East because I couldn't make a case for anybody else. The only person I really thought about in the East, well, the 2 people I thought about in the East were Pascal Siakam, who I couldn't really make a case for, and then Josh Giddey, who he's missed quite a few games, but I mean he's damn near averaging a triple-double, and he's been really good when he does play. But my guys these are my like locks. I didn't have to think about it. Donovan Mitchell, Karl Anthony Towns, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Duren. Those are all locks for me. And then
also locks for me. Those are locks as well.
I was like, who's like playing really well? Like, because the East doesn't really have great teams. I'm like, who's playing really well on a pretty shitty team?
Come on, say it.
Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. is playing really well. I think he would be. Did he already win like most improved? Or he's already been in like most improved conversations years before this?
He's been in most improved combos, yeah.
But like he probably would win most improved this year. He's averaging like 26 a game on crazy efficiency. He's also a candidate to get traded because the Nets are not really trying to win. So he's kind of just farming on the Nets. But he's had a great year. And then my last one, for me, it was easy, but I did kind of go back and forth on it. My last one is Norman Powell. I think he's having a great year. He's been the best, maybe the most consistent player on Miami all year. And they're still in the play-in window as they are every year. And that's with Bam in and out of the lineup. Tyler Hero essentially being out a lot of the season. And he's been like the most consistent, most constant thing about the team. So I had to give it to him if I had to give it to somebody on that team. The one person I did want to talk about was Jalen Johnson, because I feel like I was most skeptical of him coming into the year because I didn't know how healthy he'd be. And for him to be now the best player on the Hawks, he was the best player on the Hawks even when Trey was playing. To kind of ascend into this point forward role and do it all guy who's improved defensively and he's improved his jumper. He's improved everywhere. Like it's a pleasant surprise. I was rooting for him to play well, and I wanted to see a fully healthy Jalen Johnson coming into this season. And I mean, he's more than earned his first All-Star ballot, as well as I think Norman Powell and Michael Porter Jr. have also earned theirs.
Yeah, I'm looking at our TikTok, and someone commented, Justin Herbert has Madison Beer and Matt Stafford has never had a woman of that caliber.
Bro, Matt Stafford is married with 4 kids.
I know, that shit just heavy dead. But yeah, I mean, I pretty much have the same pick as you for the East. I have Donovan Mitchell. I have Cat, who has been like, I think the Knicks do have a Cat problem, but like he's still been pretty good this year. The Knicks also have a small guard as your best player problem, which they've had for every year that Jalen Brunson has been on the team, and no one has given a fuck until this year. But hey, Jalen Duren, he started really high and he's like sustained a pretty good level of play, but like the Pistons are the 1 seed, and unspoken rule, 1 seed automatically gets 2 players. So Jalen Duren gets to get in. Jalen Johnson as well. I think he's really taken on this like role as the Hawks' best player pretty well. And like he plays point guard for them. He's like point forward. He's their best scorer, rebounds the ball, plays defense, like allows them to pretty much switch everything. Like he's really come into his own this season. Scotty Barnes, have him on here. I also chose Michael Porter Jr. just because like a lot of people are like, oh, he's just farming on the Nets. But like there is really no, like the other team has to game plan for really just Michael Porter Jr. Like that is it. Yeah. There is no, their second leading scorer is whatchamacallit, is Cam Thomas. And he's like kind of starting, kind of not starting, in and out the lineup.
But he's missed like 20 games.
Yeah, he's missed 20 games. And it's not like someone is setting Michael Porter up for these buckets. Their lead, do you know who their leading assist getter is?
Michael Porter Jr.
It's Nick Claxton.
Oh, that's insane. You know what? Nick Claxton had a triple-double earlier this year, so that makes sense. That makes sense.
Like Nick Claxton leads their team in assists. Michael Porter Jr. is just getting pure efficient buckets. Like that is it. Like he is an insanely good offensive player. And I know a lot of people were like, yo, he's just doing this because he's with Jokic. He is no longer with Jokic. He's the only good player on this team. And he is putting up 25 on great shooting numbers. Like he's just a good player. Simple.
People forget that he was a top 10. Like before his back injury, he was supposed to be like a top 3 pick in his draft. So like, this talent didn't come out of nowhere. He was always this talented, and it was just a matter of him being more efficient and him like being comfortable with his game. Like he was always going to be a scoring guy. He was never going to be this all-around player. He was going to be a bucket getter. And at his size, at 6'10", that's hard to find at that size.
Yeah, I agree. And I know like the Warriors are trying to trade for him. It's like, I don't know if I'm the Nets, like I got to get something good. You got to give me something good for Michael Porter Jr. Like, I'm just not going to give him up. Like, this is a good player. You're going to have to let me get something off of y'all for Michael Porter Jr. And so, yeah. And then my last player is also Norm Powell. I do think I was going back and forth with Josh Giddey, but Josh Giddey missed some time. He is averaging like 19, 10, and 10. So, like, damn, he's
averaging 19, 9, and 10.
Like, it's like 99 and 10. So like, but he did miss some time. The Heat have like 2 more wins. Norm Powell has been steady in your lineup when Hero and Bam and everyone else is in and out. And so I did give it to Norm Powell. And so yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much had the exact same.
We have the exact same reserves. The only other person that I thought about was Siakam, but I feel like what is the case for Siakam over?
I couldn't justify him over Michael Porter Jr. I thought about him over Michael Porter, and I was like, I can't do that. And then Norm Powell, no, I can't. They have like 10 wins. Like I'm not giving you a 10 win team and all. Yeah, like I'm not doing it. And then over at the West, my all-star reserves, the locks, and Edwards is gonna make it. Kevin Durant is gonna make it. Alperen Sengun, hell of a year. He's gonna make it. Chet Holmgren, the 1 seed, Auto gets 2. He is their second. And then now it gets a little spicy.
This is where I got. We all have up to this point. We have the exact same in that order. I have put it down just like that.
I have Kawhi. I had to pick between Kawhi and Harden. I'm not giving them 2, so I picked Kawhi because I do think that team was floundering with Harden, and then Kawhi came back and started playing steady basketball, and they became yet again this unstoppable team. So like, I do think that Kawhi is their best player, so I'm giving it to Kawhi. I then put Denny Avdija, who I think is going to win Most Improved Player, because the Blazers were supposed to be horrible, and they are actually not that bad. They're 22 and 22.
They were my sleeper to be like a team that would be competitive this year, and they have been competing even without Chauncey Billups being fucking Ocean's 11 as coach. Like they still found a way to be competitive. Shout out Tiago Splitter for making them a competitive team, and they got a lot of young guys.
Yeah, they have a lot of young guys, and like Denny has really just become their best player and like taken that role and just ran with it. He's 11th in the league in scoring, like averaging 26, 7, and 7. Like that's great for them to be. What are they right now? Like the 8 seed? They're the 9 seed. Like for them to be the 9 seed, they have 3 less wins than the Warriors. They have 3 more wins than the Clippers. Like that. I'm giving to them an all-star. If I'm giving you Harden or Kawhi, I'm giving you Denny Avdija. So, and then lastly, I was going back and forth, but the best player to never make an all-star team is making a fucking all-star team, because Jamal Murray is making the all-star team for me. I was back and forth between him and Booker, and it simply came down to Jamal Murray is just having a better year than Devin Booker. Like he just is at every statistical category you want to go. They've both played 40 games. Jamal Murray has better scoring, better rebounding, better assists, more steals, more blocks, higher field goal percentage. He's shooting 45% from 3. This is the best year of his career. And on top of that, the Nuggets, they're holding float without Jokic. They're 22 and 10 without Jokic this season. They're still like the 3 seed in the West. And that is because Jamal Murray is playing some of the best basketball of his career. And so I'm giving it to him. It's crazy not having LeBron on here. That is a shock. He just missed too much time. And he started too slow. And so this is going to be the first year since like 2005 that LeBron is not in the All-Star game. But it's a change of the guard. And Wemby said he want to start taking this shit serious. So, hey, maybe we'll get a good All-Star game. Who you got?
Yeah, Wemby is competitive to a level we ain't seen in a minute. And I like that. About he truly does not give a fuck about the buddy
friendships and shit. Yeah, he's like, no, I'm trying to win this game.
Trying to win. You niggas cooked me in the Olympics. I'm trying to beat your ass every time we play.
And it's world versus USA, so it's gonna be like him, Luka, Shea. They gonna bust Jokic. Yeah. It's gonna be their starting lineup is gonna be what? Luka, Shea, Wemby, Giannis, Jokic. Get the fuck out of here,
bro. That's
like
nuts.
The 5 best players in the league.
That's nuts. So we have the same ones we have: Anthony Edwards, KD, Şengün, Chet Holmgren, Jamal Murray. I also put on mine. Denny, I also put on mine. The one name that we have different, you took Kawhi, I took James Harden. That was the toss up for me because I'm like, it was 2 things for me. Like one, Harden he's played more games. He kept them afloat, I guess, until Kawhi got back. But like he was putting up 40-point triple doubles and like early in the season, he was playing really, really well. And he's averaging about 26 points a game on pretty respectable efficiency. And the second thing is All-Star games in LA. Somebody from the Clippers got to make it. Like a Laker got to make it and a Clipper got to make it. I don't think there's ever been an All-Star game where the city that it was in didn't have an All-Star for that city. Like when it was in Utah, I think Donovan Mitchell was still on the Jazz and Rudy Gobert was still on the Jazz. So they had Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. But usually whatever city it's in, you get an all-star. So I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
they can't, because I was gonna put Booker. Booker was like the guy that I was like, damn, Booker gonna miss again. But I mean, he's already got like 2 or 3. And then my other snubs that I had down that I was thinking about, Lauri Markkanen. He is having the best season of his career. He is averaging 27 points a game, which is insane for Lauri Markkanen. But respect to him, like he's just playing well. But the Jazz are not. The Jazz are fucking garbage. They only play well when they play at home.
Yeah.
And then the other guy who I think is maybe becoming one of the more underrated players in the NBA, Julius Randle. He is having a great year, maybe the best year of his career in terms of like efficiency and consistency. And he just looks real comfortable in his role now with the Timberwolves. And I wouldn't be upset if he made it over like, I mean, I guess Chet would have to make it, but like if they said we're gonna put Julius Randle in here instead of Chet, I would respect that because Julius Randle's having a really, really good year. He's been like a top 20, 25 player this year. And I like the West is so tough, bro. Like you said, like having no LeBron is insane. I'm looking at this list like, damn, LeBron really not gonna make an all-star team. That's crazy. Because he didn't get voted as a starter, right?
Hurt.
But
No,
LeBron didn't get voted.
No, he's just
and
not
yeah,
make
Austin Reeves might have been in this conversation if he played more games. Another guy who did not play a lot of games, but is usually in that all-star conversation, Domantas Sabonis, another guy who missed a bunch of games. Jalen Williams missed a bunch of games. He was in that all-star conversation last year. So like, and then like for the East, obviously Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton missing majority of the season. And it's tough. Yeah,
bro.
This isn't as difficult as it usually is, though.
No, I'm looking at the starters, bro, and it is going to be a slaughtering because, like I said, the world starters are going to be Luka, Shea, Jokic, Wemby, Giannis, all big as shit.
And then they have Sengun USA and Scotty starters. Off the bench, or not Scotty. Sengun and
yeah,
well, they would have to pick. Wouldn't they have to pick more Scotty. People from the world though?
I don't
because
know. I mean,
I guess you have like Denny and Sengun.
Yeah, like I don't know. Cat is like Dominican Republic sometime or whatever. So like
Scotty's not American. Is he?
I think he is American. But if you get Josh Gideon, then you get the Australian
or Laurie.
Yeah, you get Laurian, Sengun. But regardless, bro, I just told you the world stars. The USA starters are gonna be Steph, Tyrese Maxey, Cade, Brunson, and Jaylen Brown. They're going to be running Jaylen Brown at the 5 when they're running out Wemby and Giannis and Jokic. Like,
bro, Jokic would be a 7-foot point or Giannis 7-foot point guard coming up the court.
Wemby just go.
They're going to body them.
Wemby is just going to catch the ball in the post and dunk.
Bro, it's not even about Wemby, bro. Who's guarding Jokic? Who's guarding Like they don't have a big.
They're gonna have to sub KD right in.
Like, bro, they're gonna put Chet in immediately.
Yeah, like come on. And the Wemby Chet shit is fun, so that'll be fun. Like they actually dislike each other. Like Wemby actually likes busting his ass. So like,
I think Chet don't really understand what's going on, but Wemby does not like him at all.
Yeah. Wemby does enjoy busting his ass. So I think that they're gonna go at it a little bit, some Dion Waiters, J.R. Smith shit. But like, I think that'll be fun.
Nah, that might be some Sean Taylor Pro Bowl shit.
Yeah.
Throw an elbow or something and get into a little scuffle.
But yeah, I think that's it. For us
for today.
Yeah, next episode we'll talk about Super Bowl. We'll talk through trade deadline. Because the trade deadline is 2 weeks from now. I think it's the 5th. So next week will be our last episode before the deadline. So we'll talk through who we think is getting moved and everything. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode of the pod. I've been having connection issues this whole time, so hopefully it didn't come out too bad for you guys listening. If it did, then I'll try and edit out some of it. But hopefully you enjoyed the pod. Make sure you subscribe to us everywhere that podcasts are found. Look in the description. On Twitter at Run It Up Pod. On Instagram at The Run It Up Podcast. TikTok The Run It Up Podcast. You can find me on Twitter at Najee Adams _. Jalaal Instagram at J.Sandy _ I hope you guys have a litty day, a litty night, a litty life. And just like we do on every episode of this podcast, make sure y'all go run it up.